Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the FauxShow. Today is Sunday, October 19th. My name is Angela.
And my name is Chris.
And as most of you know, the FauxShow is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you. I look at the chat window I have here on my iPad.
Ah, the chat room. Why, I've got that full screen on my screen.
It's over there on a monitor where we can see ourselves.
Is that 5K? That doesn't look 5K to me.
But it's in the best lower third on the internet.
Now, this is neat. This is something that I think is pretty unique. And you might not know this, but lower third is actually a technical term. It does not describe the actual amount of screen real estate in which this chat room, which we have created and encapsulated from the jblive.tv live stream page, into our video. It is just a technical term.
Look at all them talking about the lower third.
I know. They're good today.
I know. It's a good internet.
You know what's not a pet peeve of mine? Our chat room.
The lower third.
But the
Although they might do some of the things that we talk about.
Oh, sorry, chat room. No judgy. The internet is full of things that drive us crazy. It's connected to all of us all over the world. It's promised new information capabilities. It also bugs the crap out of us in ways never known before.
And it could be caused by people, or it could be caused by technology. It's either one.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah? Did you just think of one?
Oh, no.
I didn't think so.
No.
All right. Well, let's go to one of my firsts.
Okay. Okay.
And it's the people that comment with first.
Yeah, this used to be a pet peeve of mine. First.
Yeah. But now, what is your solution?
I love it.
No, I mean, okay, so he got the herpaderp.
No,
Or the herpderp,
that. Okay,
comment
that's
converter.
true.
Yes.
Yeah, all of my YouTube
I love
comments.
And you were so serious too.
Okay, all right. Oh, let me back up. I got two answers to this. First of all, get the herpaderp extension. It just turns all YouTube comments.
I think it's herpderp, not herpaderp.
Whatever.
Anyway.
It turns all YouTube comments into herpderp, which is great. No, you know why? You know why I
poke you.
You know why I love it?
What? Oh,
because
love what?
First.
Oh, okay.
It's brilliant. And it's brilliant because what it shows is that sometimes people at a very basic level, while at first they're trolling, actually in some way appreciate the grand scope of what we're dealing with, because these videos are timeless. They will be on the internet forever. So but
their ID probably won't be.
Well,
or their account.
Yeah, that's true. But like for a theory, in 2015, somebody will look back and be like, that son of a bitch was the first to comment on this back in 1999. Look at that person, right? And I think there's actually a little historical value to that.
Huh. I think it's kind of lame, especially when they're not actually the first.
Well,
like, you know, like a popular video and there's like 3 or 4 people that say first.
Hold on, that does drive me crazy.
Yeah.
That totally, like, come on, really? Like, just look, right? And, you know, it's different commenting systems. A special thank you to JMac in the chat room who has linked us to the, not that one.
No.
That one.
Wow.
Herpaderp. Right there.
Herp-derp.
Before.
Herp-derp.
Whatever.
You are such a douche sometimes. Gosh. All right.
You are. I know. I really I debag this up.
Yeah.
All right. I got one. You ready for mine?
Yes.
Because you do it all the time. And I don't want you to be all self-conscious once I talk about this. Okay?
Great.
Okay.
Yay.
Do you promise? Do you promise not to think about it every time you do this thing?
I really like this.
You got a pinky swear that you won't get all... Because it's not a big deal when you do it. Because you're like the least offender.
Okay.
Come in, Chitlin. Let me tell you about something that's been bothering me. Back in my day, LOL was short for laugh out loud. Okay? Laugh out loud. Not as a, hey, that's great. Good job. Here's a complimentary laugh I'm going to send your way. And I don't care if you're capitalizing it or lowercasing it. All of us are using LOL way too stinking much.
Let me stop you there. LOL actually used to stand for...
Lots of love.
Yes. So don't even try to say that
But, like, I'll send you a funny and you'll be like, LOL.
Oh. Okay, so here's the deal. So his office is downstairs. Mine is upstairs. I send him something funny. I hear him laugh verbally from upstairs. And then he sends me lol. So I'm not even sure why you're saying that I'm an offender, because you do it too.
No, dude. Because I was legitimately laughing out loud.
Oh.
LOL has turned into this, like, I'm acknowledging you sent me a thing, and I realize you want it to be funny.
So what's better, saying lol or just not responding?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think this is where emoticons come in. But at the end of the day, we all need to re-examine how we're using... We just need to be a little more sincere with our LOLs, okay? I'm just asking.
A little more sincere.
All right, what do you got, boss?
All right. I've got, social networks is a big part of my internet pet peeves.
Okay, that's understandable.
Every week seems to be Daughter's Week. Celebrate your son. No. What are you doing? That's Instagram.
It's a social network, dude.
No, like Facebook and, just mainly Facebook, actually.
You have a problem with daughters on Facebook?
No, yes. No. Somebody reposts something that says, this week is Daughter's Week. Reshare if you love your daughter.
Yeah, okay.
Random, not necessary. And you know what? Every day is Daughter's Day and week and month.
You know what I saw recently was...
I did not have a daughter last week.
You know what I recently saw was, if you believe in a strong, loving relationship, reshare. Well, like, okay. Like, who, first of all, doesn't think that's a great thing? And second of all, like, now I have this weird social pressure to reshare your crap, and if I don't reshare it, does that mean I don't? I mean, I hate that.
Yeah.
It's a half pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
Are you ready for my next pet peeve?
Yeah.
All right. So my next pet peeve is websites that have, like, these JavaScript menu pop-downs.
Yeah.
Now, ours is a little bit better because ours, you have to click.
Yes.
I hate the ones that auto and then like they grab the mouse and like, no, the thing I need is right underneath that. I can't get rid of it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It isn't. Now ours is actually now that I'm doing this, is way better than most. That's way better.
Yep.
But a lot of websites, like you just get the mouse near it and all of a sudden it's all up. It pops up. Just boom.
Yeah. Like, no, you want this.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Stop popping these things up under my mouse. And then the content I want is underneath it.
Yep.
And then just a slide. If I'm going to stay on the JavaScript train just for a minute, pet peeve of mine. If I highlight your text and I copy it, please do not insert read more at and then the URL to your website to my clipboard. That is invasive. I do not like that.
Oh, that is a really good one.
Yeah, I hate that. Don't you hate that?
Yeah, I typically erase it.
Of course you do. Everybody does. Nobody keeps it. Everybody erases it. It is a waste of
Re-races.
It is a waste of the people who think about implementing that. It is a waste of the time of people who implement it. It is a waste of the time of the people who visit the website and share the content at every single step in the process. It is a waste of time.
Speaking of people of the internet, Pierre 4L says his pet peeve is Ice Bucket Challenge. Just get frostbite and be done with it. Which is not the nicest thing. But PIN number and ATM machines drive Saul Oss insane.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I see. Full screen JavaScript pop-up ads. Gotta absolutely agree on that one.
They are. Oh my gosh, that's one of the latest things. When you go to read an article, and you start scrolling down, you finally get to the content, and then bam.
Today on the Linux Action Show, I'm on ZDNet's All About Microsoft blog, reading about Docker coming to Windows, and right as I'm about to switch to my screen to show the article, boom, full screen, darkens out the whole article. Subscribe to the All About Microsoft newsletter. Like, when am I ever going to do that? Ever. ever. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done anything but close one of those pop-ups? And you know the most ironic thing about those pop-ups? That's the crap that
misclicking or putting the X too small so you can't actually close it, or you have to scroll down to find the little close tab.
It's way worse on mobile.
Yeah. I know. Worse. I know.
And you know what? Those ads pay the most. So the websites are the most incentivized to use those ads.
Yep.
It's the worst.
Yep. Okay. So the next one is when somebody reshares something like on G+ or Facebook or Twitter, and there's a typo in it, and because it's not their original content, they cannot correct that. Then they therefore should not have reshared it. I believe. But also. I
got one.
Okay.
This one happens to me all the time when I'm researching for Unfilter because I'm often on the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times. This comes from Rika in the chat room. Websites that have quote-unquote paywalls for their news content that you can't read after you've visited the site a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
But if you just put the headline in Google and search for it.
The Herald does that.
And then click through Google, then you can read it just fine. The
Everett Herald does that. Yep.
Stop it.
Yep.
It is not 1997. Stop it. Just put it all out there because I can get it through Google anyways. Just get it anyways.
All right. The next one is emails. Getting emails, that somebody just, posted something somewhere. That is too much. That's why Instagram, we've been talking, is one of the best social networks because
it's just visual.
It's visual and it's it's life. mostly, some
Yeah.
people are posting memes and crap
Right,
there.
yeah.
But
it's not a lot.
but
It's
you
not
can-
a lot of that. You
yeah.
unfollow those people.
Yeah, but there's no like Facebook had a time when they accidentally allowed email notifications for every like.
Oh my gosh, I'm
can you
so
imagine
sick of
likes?
email
Like,
notifications.
Comments are one thing, but likes?
Yeah.
I
No,
got
that's
inundated
spam.
with
That's
it
spam.
was total spam.
Yeah. What about while we're on the social networking thing? Raku Dave points out in the chat room, hashtag everything. Everything's a hashtag. Instagram's
Yes,
bad at that.
Yes. Oh, okay. No, I got a good thing about that.
You have
Not a good thing.
Oh, you mean that's one of your rants?
Hold on. No. No, something cool happened.
Oh, all right.
I think, but maybe not.
No, I'll take you with it because I've noticed, especially just speaking about Instagram, that the Instagram community is super hashtags. But at the same time, I'm of a mixed opinion of it because the hashtag is more than just like a descriptor. It's also a search term, and you can tap it and then see a bunch of other results.
Tap that.
Yeah, and the thing is I tap that frequently when it comes to like barbecue setups and stuff like that, and studio setups. People will tag it, and I can just tap that and see.
I think
I'm on the fence.
hashtags are actually pretty handy. So this picture that I posted in the middle there of Abby.
In the dancer's outfit there?
Yeah, I did Abby's first dance class and then hashtag ballet, hashtag tap. I got 91 likes or plus ones and 13 comments off of that.
From people just browsing those hashtags.
And it's not,
a lot.
yeah, it's not from people that follow me. And so that was really kind of cool.
Saul Austin in the chat room says hashtag we hate hashtags.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so they are useful though, right? Because it helps people
I think
discover
they
content.
are.
I use them to find like there's going to be a the Ohio Linux Fest Twitter account tweeted what the official Ohio Linux Fest hashtag is. And so we're going to use that when we're out about so that way people
Absolutely.
can find out what we're doing. And it is an easy way when there's something happening for everybody to organize their information around that thing.
All right.
Hashtags, they also get overused.
On my screen.
On your screen.
Okay, so I posted these pictures yesterday on my Instagram, which is instagram.com/momvault. I posted this snail because we were walking to the swing set, and I was like, holy crap, there's a snail just on a leaf. Like, that's really cool. So I got down there and got a picture.
That's a great snail picture.
The only description I gave it was hashtag snail. And then I got a like from this person.
Snail Project? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Snail Project.
Yeah.
Instagram.com/Snail Project.
And these are just...
look at this. It is adorable.
These are amazing freaking pictures
I am
of snails.
so following Snail Project now.
Look at that. Is that a snail? This is incredible. This is amazing.
So,
oh my gosh.
I think hashtags are more valuable than some people give them credit for. So, anyway, so those are my experiences with hashtags.
That's true.
Let's see.
However, Q5Sis points out sometimes hashtags go very wrong. When we were at Southeast Linux Fest,
Yeah.
hashtag self at the same time was the same hashtag being used by what was it? It was like an older skewed audience of people who were into leather and BDSM or whatever it is.
Right. Okay.
So it was like these. So I searched for hashtag self, and I got. I mean, this is fine. I mean, for those and they're interested, but I got like ladies in their 60s that were almost naked, wearing leather and holding whips when I was trying to find information about Southeast Linux Fest.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do I search for something on Instagram?
I don't think you can on the web client.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Oh, that sucks.
Their web
okay.
clients blows.
Well, so bad web clients is another thing. But if you go to actually, I wonder if we could just do it with Google.
What are you looking for, boss? Use your words.
Goo. Hashtag.
What?
Hold on.
I wish you would use your words more. What are you looking for right now?
Okay. Okay. If you do hashtag SAHM, which
Yeah.
is Stay at Home Mom,
Oh, okay.
on Instagram,
Yeah.
it brings up mostly women that are selling the pyramid scheme. It works crap.
Yeah, so they can game it.
Not only game it, but yeah, like I want to search for other stay-at-home moms that do like cool stuff with their kids, and all I'm seeing is work from home and make your body look better, and like I don't want to see that.
Send me
crap.
that one.
No,
Just kidding.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
all right.
that is definitely a pet peeve.
An internet pet peeve. A first
Like,
world
if
pet
I
peeve.
do figure out a hashtag that I think people would use for something that I would be interested in, I want it to actually be that.
Sweet Lou tells us about the NSA's pet peeve. Articles about Snowden. I agree. We should have called these first world pet peeves because these
Right.
really are. All right, Ange,
Yeah.
what do you got next?
Okay, pretty much everything Reddit. Ow.
Oh,
What?
I was so shocked. I just pushed a button. I didn't know what to do. I just pushed a button.
Quit pushing the button.
I'm sorry, but Reddit?
Yeah.
I mean, 4chan I can understand, but
if
Reddit?
somebody links me Reddit,
Who, me?
I mean,
Ange?
like, it takes about 5 minutes just to work myself up and be like, okay, am I going to open this?
Oh,
Am I
are
going
you
to enjoy
serious?
it?
Are you
Like,
serious?
am I even going to find, like, the punchline? Do I click the title? Is it going to
What?
open something new up? Or is it the comment I'm supposed to be looking at? Where are the comments? Like, oh, that's a funny comment, but how do I link it? Like, I mean, like, it's just...
Dude, maybe you need to get your brain around Reddit and spend some time in there. Because I think they're, you're talking about stay-at-home mom. You're talking about all this. You're talking about crafts. And Reddit's got all that. They got communities for all that stuff. Maybe you need to spend a little time on Reddit.
I don't know. It just, like, no. It's very similar to Twitter, and I don't have the Twitter brain, so I don't have the Reddit brain.
It is not. They're not.
No hate. Don't hate.
They're not similar at all.
I'm not saying... I'm not saying that I'm not going to use it. I'm actually an administrator. But, yeah.
It's nothing like Twitter. Chat room thinks you're crazy.
Skooky Sprite. Wait, I'd like to highlight Skooky Sprite's comment. It was scary for me at first, too. But Reddit is friggin' awesome win.
I won't
nothing
lie.
like Twitter. Nothing like Twitter.
I've known-
Everybody's saying nothing like Twitter.
I've known about Reddit for a very, very long time, but I was all in on Dig for a while, and I was like, Reddit.
Hashtag nothing like Twitter.
I was like, Reddit. And then here's what I did, Angie. You ready for this?
Reddit has snail porn?
Hey, Angie, you know what I did?
What?
I started using Reddit.
I've tried. People link me to it, and I'm
Here's-
like, I don't even know.
here's
Like,
the-
there's so much there, like,
Here's the
on that link that I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking
Okay,
at.
all right, but here's the thing you need to understand.
And really, you can only post a link or text.
I mean, we'll just mention this and then we'll move on.
And where are the pictures?
Hold on. Okay. Think of Reddit as a forum. And you
I
have
know.
sub-communities on Reddit that are super hyper-focused
know.
on a topic.
I know.
And you've got topics on there from, like, cord cutting to Linux to everything.
Cord cutting?
Everything.
Like umbilical cord cutting?
No, cord cutting, like, cable
Oh,
TV.
okay. I was gonna say. Like,
They got subreddits on every single topic that you could think of. You just need to go. You need to find a topic you're interested in, whatever it might be. Like sleeping around or something. I don't know. But they have communities for everything, like scrapbooking, parenting.
oh, I know. I've tried. I know.
All right.
I'll probably,
All right.
I think possibly. What are these doing? I think possibly I'm gonna have to learn Reddit the first week of November, going forward.
Right. Ooh, that's true. That's a thing that you guys
Okay.
don't know anything about, but we'll learn more about.
Okay. So, okay.
You got another one?
This is a new one, or a newer one. It's something. Okay, so I took journalism in high school, and in journalism, the title needed to be short, concise, and not contain like common helping verbs, which I can name them all, or a little amount of them. And it is like the complete opposite now. Now it's full sentences as titles, and they make it long enough, or they intentionally cliffhanger it.
They game it. Yeah. Oh, there is no.
Yeah.
So give us an example. Like.
Oh, I don't have one.
Okay, I got one for you. Like, you won't believe how this dad saved his children when he...
No, this dad saved his children, and you won't believe how. Or
Yeah.
Just like, it's... What?
This person lost 35 pounds by using this simple trick. ...
Or just by using...
Yeah.
And
The BuzzFeed style clickbaity headlines
Yep.
to game social networking. See,
Yep.
what happened is...
and I click.
They do two things.
That's what makes me angry.
They get you to click, and the number two thing, and this is what I think is worse than the clickbaitiness, and this is the one that really drives me nuts. Angie, you ready?
Yes. I was fixing my sleeve, getting it out of your shot.
They try to intentionally title it to get you to just reshare it without even reading it.
Oh.
And they want, what they want to do is, there's a different class. So there's the clickbaity ones.
That happened.
Yeah, people...
Remember your family member that posted that link with that tiger and the kid?
Yeah.
I don't think they watched the whole thing.
No, they don't.
I don't think they saw that the kid died.
They title it so that way when you share it, it sounds like something that, this is me, I'm funny guy, or I'm smart guy. I read about science and the planets, so I share this article when you didn't really read it. But look, it's an article about Pluto, and I follow space news. And it's all about projecting yourself and the things you read. And these guys that title this, and gals that title this, know that really what you're using your social profile for is to project who you are to the world and that you want to look like you're a science person or a sports person. So they'll title it just to make it look like something that you'd be into, so that way you reshare it. That way they get additional traffic and linking and Google juice, etc., etc. And that is the worst.
Combining with titles, absurd angle titles. This man is dating another, or is let's see. This married man is dating a new girl or something like that. And it's like he's going on a date with his daughter.
Oh, man.
Or he's dating his wife again.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like just absurd perspectives. I will never brush my teeth again. And then it's something random, like, and they actually do, like, I can't even think of, it's so sensationalist.
Two great ones coming in from Rikai and Q5Sys, kind of along the same lines.
Yep, was just about to cover that.
These top 10 lists, or, you know, these sites where it's something on every single page, like a
Clickbait.
slideshow, and you have to click through it, that way they
and
reload.
It is horrible on mobile. Horrible. Because they have ads in there.
Worst.
And, like, yeah.
The worst. The absolute 100% worst. And it makes me want to get ad blockers. It makes me want to use things like Instapaper.
You won't believe who this guy is dating. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the slideshow thing is just awful.
Okay. Yep. And then, okay. This is more about people. When you're an advocate for something, like, that is your purpose in life. I mean, when you make it your purpose in life and you're an advocate, you really have to be careful about how you do that. So I know somebody that is an advocate for women and is a feminist, but then she's constantly posting articles that support that, you know, support women's rights, do awareness and things like that, talks about rape culture and whatever. But then tweets, I have had so much wine. Thank goodness I'm, you know, at home and safe. Like, what?
Yeah, it's kind of like a missed message. Like, what, are women weak and can't protect themselves?
So we can't drink wine in public.
You can't go out and drink in public?
I mean, and I don't mean to, like, I don't know. Like, I don't mean to be rude about it, but it's, compared to all the other posts that she makes, like, that's a really weird one. Like, it's like you don't actually believe what you're advocating for.
You think she should have, like, a personal Twitter account and then, like, an advocate account?
Yeah, probably. I might suggest that.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of like, no, this is my beliefs. I want to represent who I am. There's two arguments to that.
Yeah.
But I see it a lot, too, like, you know, following Linux and stuff like that. And being in this space, a lot of people who claim to be like Linux advocates or work for Linux companies, and then like you meet them and, you know, they use a Windows tablet or they have a Mac office, or like they don't actually use the product. And so that's always really hard, because with the exception of production work, you know, we try very hard. In fact, we go out of our way to make sure we can do things under open source and Linux. And so when you find people who are supposedly, you know, advocates or promoters of a project or a distribution or whatever, and then they don't actually turn out to use the thing that they advocate, it's so disappointing. And it's like, well, what are you selling me on? Like, why don't you use it yourself? Don't you believe in it? I hate that.
Plurk. I use Plurk. There's a Plurk app, but I use the mobile site, and the mobile site started with just a banner ad at the bottom, and now there's a banner ad at the top too. And when you go to look at a Plurk, the ad takes like 3 seconds to load, and I'm already about to type something, and bam, I click that darn ad. And I know we talked about that,
when the page like shifts around.
Yes.
And sometimes it's the page that does it. Sometimes it's like the way the browser renders it. It's awful. Then stuff moves.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that so much.
It's horrible. All right. So links to an article that isn't really an article, but another link to the actual article.
You get that a lot on Facebook.
Right?
Yeah.
I follow a new website or a new page on Facebook, like called Homestead or something, like Survival Homestead or something. I don't know. Something like that. And it's got some really cool articles all the time, but it's just an intermediary or whatever. Right? It's
like an aggregator.
Yeah, so I click on that, and then I have to, on the mobile app, it's so hard to find where the actual the link is. I end up clicking ads all the time, because the ads are genius. They have little arrows, like next arrows. Like, go to the next page. Yes. No, you just went to the next ad.
Yep.
So, anyway.
All right, I got one.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, going back to this, kind of involves, a lot of these are because of social networking.
Yes.
But what I have a problem with is the way things are now sort of virally spreading that have an organization is behind them. things like the Coney 2012 campaign, but
Oh,
also
man.
like all of the fear and manipulation around Ebola.
Mm-hmm.
And I get so disappointed when I read my Facebook feed and I see like friends and family that I know who are actually like up in Washington State and worried about getting Ebola.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that as a race, the way our brains are built, that apparently we are not capable of sufficiently filtering this stuff out and reasonably assessing all the information we receive. And then what the internet does is these social networks bring out the worst of that in us, and we all spread the fear and we get each other riled up. And sometimes it works out good, like the ice bucket challenge, you could argue, was a good result.
Because it raised a lot of money.
But it was sort of
awareness.
an idea that spread virally through social networking, that some critical thinking was turned off, especially in some areas. And I just...
Did you just point to me?
No, I just think like I wish that we could use social networking, these things, to spread appropriate information and correct information and not build the hype and fear. And it's a pet peeve of mine that what we as people, even though we have built this amazing communications platform and delivery system that is distributed, we put it up into these big silos of information, and then we use it to spread fear and misinformation instead of getting people educated and the correct information.
You know what really grinds my gears?
That does.
Nick says in the chat room that pet peeve of his is when he writes a really long message and all he gets back is "K."
Or lol.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you, which is worse. Yeah. So Mail Holler says it's mob mentality.
Yes. Yeah.
HW
it's built
Killer in
into
the
us.
house. Huh?
I think it's built into us.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of like a survival thing or something.
All right. Well, I just have one more, and then
Oh.
we're going to do a mail sack.
All right, boss, I'm ready.
And so
So you're saying I should probably prepare the mail sack? Now?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
And
Oh
this final one,
oh my gosh!
I know that you have something to say about it.
I'm freaking out about the mail sack, ATM, if you didn't notice.
Yeah. Well, so it's Google signing us out of Docs and
Oh,
Gmail.
yeah, that does drive me super crazy.
Like, it happened to me today. Like, I emailed Ohio Fest and then, bam, signed out. Like,
really?
thanks.
Yeah, being signed
Like-
out of Docs, being signed out of my Gmail.
I've been logged into it all night and
Right.
all yesterday and the day
Right.
before and the day before. But once I use it, that's when you want to sign me out. Okay.
Yeah, and I know they're trying to be secure and they're trying to find that balance or whatever, but it seems to happen at the worst times. Getting logged out of services, when you write up some big long response, like in a discuss comment post, then you hit apply or post, whatever, and discuss logs you out and you lose your entire comment. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things. Or, you know what, just to wrap it up, not really a web thing, but just a technology thing, you know what drives me crazy is it's still, after all this time, after Android L 5.0 and freaking iOS 8, these mobile freaking operating systems are still not smart about the handoff from Wi-Fi to cellular network, and services drop out, and they hang on to Wi-Fi for too long when it's way out of reception, but they still hang on for some reason. I'm halfway down the road. I'm not on the LT network. I can't stream my podcast. It drives me crazy.
I think that's a very good time to
To bust out the mail sack?
Yes.
All right, here we go. It's the mail sack, everybody. It's the mail sack with no audio today. Mail sack.
There it is. It's okay.
not.
Yeah.
It's not muted. I
So
don't know.
it is
It's just
mail sack.
mail. Go Ange. Go Ange. Go Ange. Mail sack.
Not a real show.
Mail sack.
Mail sack.
Don't know why we don't have any audio on a mail sack graphic. All right, so we're reaching into our mail sack. These are emails sent to the general mail or maybe Angela's
Or the
email
contact
box.
form. Yeah, but
These are
don't go to my screen, okay? Because it'll show their email addresses and stuff.
All right. Okay.
All right. So Aaron writes, subject line is Ting.
Ting.com.
Just letting you know that I used the Ting link to activate my Moto G. I'm sure many have told you, but the Moto G from Boost Mobile works perfectly on Ting. $60 at Best Buy. No hacking was required. The only thing that doesn't work is tethering, but using Cyanogen mod will fix this if you need it.
Oh.
Last viewer since episode 7.
Wow.
Thank you for all the great shows. Regards, Aaron.
Aaron, you might be surprised to know, or maybe not surprised to know, that the Moto G, I just learned from Ting, is one of the most popular devices among Jupiter Broadcasting audience members. And
wow.
Yeah, and there might be a forum thread over on Ting's support forum for getting that tethering working without having to go Cyanogen, but at the same time, why not go Cyanogen? It's way better.
All right, the next one is from James. James' subject line is, I became a JB patron today at a rate of $6 per month.
Hey-oh!
Dear Angela, I am James from the last chat rooms on most live Sundays for Last, and I just became a patron the other day at a rate of $6 per month. Just thought since I have the extra cash, maybe I could help out with your new equipment you need for the studio by becoming a patron on your Patreon page.
So happy hacking.
Which you're pulling up, I'm sure.
Oh, of course I am. I'm not playing with the RMS soundboard at all right now.
Maybe one day I can up my membership to the $48 a month, but right now I can only afford the $6 per month as I have a multitude of other bills. Thanks to you and the JB Network for creating the wonderful shows you do, and if you use this as a reference, I would love for you to link me to the video which references this, because that is the best way I can I can think of for you to support my decision on helping you besides you. Wow, this is
complicated,
a run-on.
but we got what you mean.
So, by the way, I use Ubuntu Linux and hope to purchase a Bonobo Extreme in the next 12 months. Keep fingers crossed. Keep up the good work and excellent shows.
Thank you. And we are... Oh, not that one. Didn't show that one at all. Didn't show that one at all. Patreon.com/today. Patreon.com. We are trying to get to 400 by the end of next week. I don't think that's going to
Oh,
work.
wow. But we went up quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Patreon.com/today is where we're raising funds. All of the money raised there, we invest in all of the Jupiter Broadcasting shows. So if you like a couple of our shows, it's a great way to support all of them. And we also use this money to invest in new equipment, fix things. If little things come up production-wise that we need to cover, and also invest in future productions. So quite a range. And it also helps us with some budget predictability. It's kind of a big deal for us. Patreon.com/today.
Next in the mail sack.
Whoop,
Oh, I had my Instagram up so that you wouldn't do that. And you'd put it on my face, so I thought I was safe. Good Lord. Are you new to the buttons or what?
Well, I thought you wanted to show the snail.
No!
The snail's great.
That was a decoy. All right. Here we go. Galactrix writes, "Hi, Chris, or hi, Angela and Chris. Me first. I was just watching last week's FauxShow, and during the mail sack, you mentioned that the idea for the mail sack first came from Lotso. That rang a bell. So I checked the old Jupiter backstage on YouTube and found the clip.
No way.
Do you want to
Shut up. Yeah, of course I want to see it.
All right, let me finish reading this. It was fun to go back in time 3 years to see the memorable JB outtakes from the live shows. I like how there are outtakes at the end of the faux show, as I can't make it to the live recordings. Have you thought about putting a few more of those awesome moments on the Jupiter Backstage YouTube channel and immortalizing them for future generations of JB viewers to enjoy?
You want to hear a funny story about that?
You lost the password.
No, I didn't. Well, no.
What does an owl have?
Oh, pause that. So here's a funny story. They did a bunch of account stuff, and when they migrated accounts, a Backstage account is now associated with It's like associated with a Gmail account that doesn't exist or something. So I can't post to it anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we have a clip here.
Yep.
All right. Play it, Andrews.
What does an owl have that's reviewy? Review sack. It's time for the.
A woodcock.
A woodcock. No, the review sack.
Don't wake the kid up.
Don't wake the kid up. That's funny. Just one kid.
How is that related to an owl?
Because it has a sack. A nut sack.
I don't know. I don't know. What does an owl do?
We should call it the review sack.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, because we got to make a new bump and fuck that. Yeah, I know, but I don't have one that says review sack.
Review sack.
It should if you say welcome to the review sack.
All right, here we
That's funny. Yeah, I like Alan's concern there. I don't have a bump for that. That is a true production pro right there. You can't do that.
So that was Lotso, Legend of the Stoned Owl, that was like literally a couple years ago.
Yeah, we had one kid. It was more than a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
Wow.
that was Alan and Justin.
Yeah.
They're cousins.
Lotso.
All right. The final mail sack is what? Chief Monkey
All right.
writes, guys, longtime viewer and Linux user. I've been seeing the shoutouts for DigitalOcean for a while now on LAS, and finally had some free time to take the challenge. I was so amazed with how quickly I deployed an Ubuntu droplet. I went the next step. I actually migrated several development servers that I had been hosting on another more expensive provider in under a few hours. I did some math, and DigitalOcean is going to save me nearly $200 a year per server.
Oh!
and give me some flexibility that I never had. I can move droplets between international borders. I can't thank you enough for the recommendation. Keep up the great work. P.S. Matt, your shirts you wear on the show are epic.
He loves those. Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Chief Monkey.
Yeah.
Great update.
So that's really cool.
Okay, so now we should mention there's a possibility, actually a pretty good chance. In fact, you might say going to happen as in
Going to not happen.
right.
As
No
in
faux
not
show
going to happen.
next Sunday. Why? Because we will be probably getting on an airplane or heading to the airport for Ohio Linux Fest to return home.
Mm-hmm.
And next week's last will be on Monday. Yeah.
And
Then we'll get back. We might have some highlights from our trip that we can share, like some
what time are
behind the
you doing
scenes
that?
stories. On Monday, I think at like 3
3 p.m.?
or 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Yeah.
Ooh.
Why?
Well, I might be able to
Join us?
do
Maybe?
a faux show after.
Maybe. We'll talk. That That might work.
That
Yeah.
might work. So,
I mean,
let's see.
it probably does work, really.
The only other thing that you guys need to know about is November 2nd awards is show us your last jacket. Now, if you recall, did I leave part of that off?
Yeah, if you
recall, we did the last jacket for only 8 days, which obviously we'd like to do minimum 14 days so that it hits everybody's paydays, but 8 days does not. But we wanted to get them before we left for Ohio Fest, and we wanted you to have them before you go to Ohio
Yeah.
Fest. Well, we sold 322 that first time, and then within a day, it relaunched because everybody wanted it still. So we went on to sell another 112. I think we're at like
I'm gonna go check right
a
now.
commit of 12 of 15 right now. But
It's
you know,
it's not going to happen again.
ain't no thing.
It ain't going to happen again. No way, right?
The point is, I want to see a picture of you wearing your last hoodie or your last jacket.
If 4 more are ordered,
Yeah,
it'll
only 4
relaunch.
more
That's-
needed to relaunch,
That's
so-
crazy. Come on, guys. That's crazy.
So,
I don't
yeah.
think it will now, though, because we took it off.
No,
the front.
it's fine. So I've been putting those pictures on the Jupiter Broadcasting Instagram. I'm a little behind, but they will get there, and I'll be sharing all of those on that November 2nd awards show.
Yeah. So send your pictures to angela@jupiterbroadcasting.com. If you decide to tweet them, just tag @ANGERZ. Angers.
Injures.
Yep. And so stay tuned to the jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar for next week's faux. If we do it live, if we have one, we'll try to update the calendar when we know that's going to happen.
Yep, and follow us on our social networks if you want to hear about our Ohio trip.
I'm twitter.com/ChrisLAS. And we
And
just
I'm-
said yours, but
And
go
I'm
ahead.
Andrews, but it's in the credits like right after this, and then
Oh.
there's outtakes. So stay.
Oh, is
stay
that how we do
listening.
it? Is that how we do it?
That's
I
how
didn't know
Rakai
that.
does it.
Oh, good. Good. That's good. All right, Andrews.
All right, that's it for this episode of the Faux Show. We will see you soon. Did you enjoy this Faux Show? Well, guess what? You can catch more at jupiterbroadcasting.com and subscribe to the weekly RSS feed.
If I do this, that's just because you're being
No,
sleepy, okay?
don't.
I'm warning you. Anything could happen.
I am going to blow you away. I'm going to be so awake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. Are you taking pics of our new JB Zip Up hoodies? Is there a deadline? Yes, I am.
Wait, did nude?
What? No.
I think you said nude. Are you taking pics of our nude JB hoodies? You didn't say
Of our
nude.
new.
You said nude.
I did not say nude.
Chat room, did she totally say nude?
I didn't say nude.
She totally said nude.
All right, quit looking at my eyes.
Oh, look at me. I look awake. I look great.
Look awake.
I look like I'm ready to take the world on. Hello, world.
Dang
I'm
it.
awake.